Hello, everybody. This is White Wolf, and I wanted to talk about giving yourself freedom so that you can create differently, and you're giving yourself also like things maybe that you've lost along the way, where you felt like, oh, I really missed that time that I wanted to do this certain thing that I didn't get to do in my past, and then you awakened, and then you seen that, wow, I have this opportunity to rekindle that fire, to do something that I'm really, really passionate about, and pick up the torch and to light it and to carry it. And seeing like, okay, I didn't have this when I was 24, but now I'm going to have this as I'm 30. And I think that's what's beautiful, is that you get to do stuff that maybe you wouldn't do in your past, or maybe you wouldn't do in high school. Maybe you wouldn't have pursued it because you had an addiction, or you had a spouse that wasn't really allowing you to do all of those things that you wanted to do. So also let me know if the internet connection is good. I keep seeing that yellow dot. I don't know what that means. So if you could let me know if the internet connection is good. And also you can book private sessions with me. This is White Wolf. $70 for 1 hour for psychic readings, healings, activations, codes, downloads, and things of that nature. So let me know if the internet connection is good. And I wanted to do a meditation tonight as well. And I wanted to use the key phrase, and the thing that can resound in your heart is give yourself permission to be free, to have freedom, to be creative, to be innovative, and to also leave your mark, but also know that your name is written in the stars, and that your words have power. It was spotty at first, like in the very beginning, the internet connection. Like, was it bad? I might have to restart this live. I might have to restart it. But allowing yourself to change, allowing yourself to grow, allowing yourself to see that there's different worlds that they want you to immerse yourself in. So it's not just one thing, because we all will do our gifting. We all will do our gifting to the very fullest, to the very height of what we can do, and we will allow ourselves to immerse ourselves into the experience of consciousness, of the experiences that we've always had. We just don't remember them. And so then we're able to play within these realms and these worlds and these universes and these parallel realities. So it's kind of like the idea before the intention before the idea, and then it's the energy that is carried with it. So it's like seeing yourself in multiple different places simultaneously, but it's seeing like yourself succeeding in that field of energy. So it's like seeing yourself like, okay, I have this new business venture I want to do. And then this goes into place, and this falls into place, and then this happens, and that happens, and that happens. Because it's allowing yourself to generate a quantum realm. A lot of us are doing this at this time because we're networking. So it's allowing ourselves to network who we need to meet, what we need to do, what are we putting off, and why is it suppressing more creativity and sensitivity and vulnerability within ourselves to be more open and receptive. And knowing that we won't have all the answers, we won't have all the words, we won't know how to do everything all at once, but in due time, they will show us what we need to do and what we need to learn and what courses that need to be taken and things of that nature. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the things that I was thinking about was just give yourself space to create differently so that you can exclude something out of your life so that you can include it. Because then it's accepting itself, and then it's allowing yourself to sense the energy, use your telepathy, and also balance yourself out within that, because something that may have been taken away from you, or something that has not been there for a long time and it needed to be there, it's back into place. So it's like seeing yourself in a new light, seeing yourself in a different sphere of energy, seeing yourself as a different person, because you are a different person. Everyone's a different person, like every given minute. So we allow ourselves to stay present. So giving yourself freedom is really just allowing yourself to give yourself permission to have the ability to be free in all waves of life, in all passions, in all inspirations, in all emotions. So, because that's what the spiritual journey is all about. It's about obtaining freedom. Freedom of mind, freedom of body, freedom of our emotions, where we actually use them in a proper way. But it's also the freedom in allowing ourselves to follow the embodiment of Source. And if we are a vortex, then why are we not putting everything that we want within our own vortex? Why are we not putting abundance, putting a music career, putting a design career, or maybe you want to renovate houses? It doesn't matter what it is. But it's really like speaking to who you are, speaking to what elevates you, what develops such a presence, what develops an awareness to where you are able to see all of these aspirations, realities, intentions play out while you are meditating. So it's like maintaining that meditative state to where you can see your creations. You can see before creation and after creation. You can allow yourself to be all of it in its totality, in its resonance, in its vibrancy, in its clear, precise, aligned vision. Because it's going to give you the provision that you want. It's going to allow you to see past what is just here in the physical. So when it's not allowing us to really embark on the non-physical, then we're just focused on our thoughts. We're only focused on our emotions. We're only focused on what is here. What am I bumping into? What is the wall that is keeping me from that? But if we can allow ourselves to walk through the wall, like we are Harry Potter in a sense, it's not about breaking down the wall. I've said this a lot in my lives, and I think it's a good visualization because when you do smash things, it does get a lot of things out. But if you're able to walk through the wall and walk into the anointing and the grace and the change and the charge and the polarity and just accept it and receive it, then there will be a change, a transformation, a migrating into the organism that you are, the vortex that you are. Because you have the spiritual mass, you have the consciousness, but you have to see yourself as that godlike sphere of energy, where you are that vortex that holds everything within balance. But there is a filter that is aligned to the vibration, and there is a release always, and there's always a way to include and exclude something, because you're giving yourself the permission to be free. Also, let me know, guys, if the internet connection is good. If the internet connection is good on this live. I had someone tell me it was spotty in the beginning. So let me know if the internet connection is good. Because if I have to do this live over again, I'll have to do it over again, or I can just go live later and do some readings for people. So I'm going to check in with my guides and see if they want me to say something else. But also I wanted to do a meditation that will allow us to simulate what it means to be free, what it means to act on our desires, what allows us to see our desires as being pure, and what allows us to give permission to the freedom so that we are able to accept the freedom, and then we're able to channel the freedom that is presently there, and then it turns into willpower, it turns into strength, it turns into stability and a support system, because it's giving us guidance. Because now we're becoming guidance. What does it mean to be the divine guidance of your own spiritual journey? It means you become a guide. So now that you became a guide, now that you can give yourself ways of teaching your own self, because you're reflecting back the teacher when you're becoming free. But then you're seeing that you're still the teacher, you're still the ascended master, but you always have more to learn and more to elevate and more to accentuate and to heal and to transcend. So it's always a balance of student and teacher relationship vibrationally with yourself. So I know some people will misconstrue what I said. So think about that, like teacher to student relationship with yourself. So it's like our human body is the student and our higher self is the teacher. So as we balance out that relationship and we balance out that way to channel, then we align ourselves to the direct provision that comes from the river of source. I hope this live feed is good. I hope the internet connection is good. I say that a lot of my videos, but I can't help it. So if the internet is shoddy, I don't know why. So if anybody could let me know if the internet connection is good. If the internet connection is good. So we're going to do a meditation. So take part in this meditation. You can allow yourself to focus on an object. You can allow yourself to lay down. You can allow yourself to breathe at your own pace. But also just allow yourself to garner the focus and the intention and the attention that you're giving to your resonance. So everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And take one last deep breath. Give yourself permission to be free. Give yourself permission to believe, to ask, and to always receive, so that you can allow yourself to be the embodiment of your own vortex. Our vortex is, yes, outside of ourselves, but we ourselves are a vortex and a gateway and a portal into different worlds, into different manifestations, into different configurations of energy. So we allow ourselves to find those combinations, to find what allows us to build the synchronization of energy. And we allow ourselves to find a way to change the polarity in the electromagnetic kinetic source energy that we are progressing and charging up. So allow yourself to recharge your batteries by giving yourself permission to be free in all ways. So you are the fluctuation of energy yourself. Our energy fluctuates. We have moments where we have to heal and integrate. But every day we are the fluctuation of energy and consciousness, and we don't realize what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Give yourself permission to be imaginative. Give yourself permission to be free. Give yourself permission to be anointed. Give yourself permission to be empowered. Because when you give yourself permission, you allow yourself to receive it. You allow yourself to become it, but also you allow yourself to maintain it and allow it to be channeled, and you don't have to worry about the details. You don't have to worry about fumbling your words. You don't have to worry about making sure that you have to correct something or control it or anything like that. The energy will be what it is. So it's allowing yourself to really see from a different point of view, a different vantage point. And it's allowing yourself to be not a half glass empty kind of person, but a cup running over person. Because even if the cup is spilling, it will always be refilled. There's infinite number of refills within the divine essence. Just think of that. Like you go to your favorite spot in town and there's always free refills on the soda. So you have to think of it like that. So there's infinite number of provisions, of supplies, of ways to create and generate. And if we allow ourselves to see that, then we allow ourselves to see that we're always free in everything that we do. We will be reciprocated. We will be remembered for who we are. But we just have to accept and remember who we are authentically. So if you know yourself authentically, if you know yourself emphatically, if you just accept who you are at this given moment, then you're giving yourself permission to embody the freedom that is present. Opportunities, situations, experiences, different types of manifestations, different ways to add and subtract, different ways to emit the frequency. So create differently so that you're creating more space within yourself. Just act like you're cleaning out your house or moving out of your house. You have to, maybe get rid of some stuff, or maybe you have to pack in a different way. Or maybe you just want to put your stuff in storage and travel the world for a while. It doesn't matter what it really is. That's the beauty of it. Freedom does not have a definition. Freedom does not look like anything. And freedom doesn't have to be an object. It doesn't have to be a subject. But it just has to be something that gives you the way, gives you a sense of direction. It gives you a vantage point to go upon. And that's what it really is. Be carefree, be love, be light, and be all, be always. And you are the willingness to be freedom. In its purest, in its most raw form. Give yourself permission to be free, and you'll become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. So thank you all for being a part of that meditation. I appreciate you all. I hope the internet connection was good, because I did have some don't understand. So it's saying that we lost connection. Did we lose connection, people? Can you see me? Are we back on? Okay. I don't know if we are or we're not, so I never know if I can keep these videos. But thank you all for being a part of this live. Also, go to my YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle. Instagram, whitewolf4741. I know, you're probably like, what's this guy keep repeating himself for? Why does he keep repeating himself? Why does he keep doing this? I never know if the internet connection is good, and that's the only way I know if you guys tell me. But I wanted to get on here, and I might go on a line later to do some readings for people if I'm up for it, if I have the energy for it. Because I like to inspire people, I like to give people something to go on, and also I like to help people with my meditations and also with my psychic abilities. And I hope that more people are able to get out of their comfort zone, get out of their shell, and to just shine bright and to emulate that example of source energy. So Thank you guys so much. I love you all,